Hello, good morning everyone. So, welcome to today's budget day, special day live sessions. So, we'll start off with the guidelines we should be following in today's. We have separate guidelines today to follow. So, I'll have a quick view on that what all guidelines we should be following today. So, and first of all, I wish everyone a good day, a good budget trading day. So, we'll start off with the guidelines. So, usual timings it will be. So, like regularly from 9:15 to 3:30, the usual timing. But the settlement, there is certain changes in the settlement thing. If you see, I hope everyone is able to view my screen. Is everyone able to see it? Let me check it once. I hope everyone is able to see the screen and all. Yeah, Arun is saying yes, yeah, okay. So for the rules side, there is no same day settlement will be happening on today. So whatever trades we are taking, the settlement will be happening only on Monday, that is tomorrow. So that will be the first guideline being provided. And shares brought on Friday. So whatever shares we have bought on the Friday sessions, we can sell it today also. So there is one another positive thing that whatever of holdings we were having on Friday, we can sell it today. So another thing is that profit, that whatever trades we have been taken, so the profit won't be available as the margin for today, for trading today's session. So that is another change. So we, as it is budget day, we can expect high volatility, but the liquidity will be of usually on the usual side, liquidity will be low. So we should be expecting that for today. So that's all for with the guidelines. So we will have a quick analysis on the Nifty. I hope my screen is visible to everyone. Give me 1 second. Change to 1 day time frame, and uh, if you see over here, so we'll have a simple recaption about the previous budget days that happened. So on previous, if you see previous year there have been a movement on the downside, and the upside movements were happening. So on the upside movement it was nearly 0.7 percentage have been moved, and on the downside it was 0.64 percentage almost. So the single time when it moved only onto a single side movement happened in back in 2021. So nearly 5.14 percentage or 5.2 percentage move have been single-handedly moved to the upside only. So we can expect that volatility. Initially, I expect this like consolidation in the market. So after that, after the budget speech start, I expect a volatility in the market. So initial times fake breakout we can be expecting. So we will properly have a look on that as well. So we will simply mark the levels for the day with respect to the pivot, as well as we will have a. So if you see over here, we have a proper long-term trend line at this particular point, and we will quickly add the volume profile also. We will be adding over here. And if you see from the previous days, if you see over here, that have been taken that support at this particular longer term trend line over here in the Nifty, and a proper volume breakout have been given. So if you hear on the volume part, we have a proper volume breakout more than 20-day average. We have a proper volume breakout more than the 20 days average. So after that, if you see also the volume is supporting on the bullish side. The sentiments have been created in a way that a positive impact will be there in the budget day. So usually this happens. This is not a like usual on usual budget days. This really happens that the previous days the market will be a little bit on a bullish sentiment. So here if you see on the volume status also, you can clearly see that this breakout happened with this reversal happened with a proper more than 20-day average volume over here. So and after that, that volume is supporting still, and it is taking a proper support over here. And on this candle, if we add a shorter term trend EMA, so let's add EMA over here. EMA 9 I would be preferring. Yeah, it's 9. It's on 9. So on 9-day EMA, if you see that it have been crossed, it is near to the shorter term trend line of EMA 9 over here. So which overall technically it indicates that Nifty is ready to have a positive reversal or a bounce back from this particular level. So with respect to Nifty, if you see that this is the scenario, and we will wait for that opening to happen. We are almost at 9:10 right now, so we'll wait for that. And RSI also, we can have a quick look at RSI also. I'll add RSI, relative strength index. So on the RSI part also, if you see that on this particular level, it have been came up to the oversold zone, which was at 30, and it clearly take a reversal or bounce back from this particular level, and you can see that it crossed above the smooth moving average. This purple line is the RSI, which is on 14-day RSI precisely. This is 14-day RSI, and smooth moving average also, this is on 14-day. So if you see over here that it is crossing above the smooth moving average, and when it is coming near to 45-50 level, we are ready to take that positive movement. We will be ready to take that positive movement in the market. So we will wait for the market to open. So on the RSI basis, on the volume basis, and on a simple price action trend line basis also, if you see technically Nifty is ready to bounce back for a bullish sentiments in the market. So we will wait for the opening to happen, and we will have a quick look at the FIA's data. So FIA, if you see, they have added nearly 2,500, which is rare occurrence. So the past 3 days, if you see, the FIAs are kind of buying it back from the cash market, and DIA sold off nearly 580 crores of cash asset from the equity market. And we will have a quick look at the FIA's sensible data as well. FIA's sensible data. So we'll see. So there are the FIA sensible FNO data shows they are on net bearish sentiment. So the other factors regarding the budget day and everything, technically if you see on Nifty, it is showing a positive impact. Technically it is ready to have a positive movement in Nifty, but on FIA's FNO data, if you see, they are net bearish, but we expect a closing. So we expect that positive movement to happen initially, but initial time, even before the budget thing starts, we should be aware that fake breakouts can be happening. So we have an expected range also pre-calculated for Nifty. So if it is on upside movement, we have a proper movement up to nearly, we expect a movement near to 25,800 level. So 770, it is 780. So we can mark it as 25,780 to be precise. So, and on the downside, if you see 24,780, similarly 24,780 will be the levels on Nifty. T4 780. This is the expected range for Nifty to move for the day. So this is being analyzed on the basis of previous year data and the day uh, that the other years also we have taken the average movement ratio which can be expected on a budget day. So these are the levels 25,800 on the upper side, and on the lower side it is 25,700 780. विनीश जी गुड मॉर्निंग एंड हिंदी में बोलो ना, हिंदी में बात करो ना, हम भी कुछ समझ आए. गुड मॉर्निंग दीपक जी. और अंकित कलूजा अंकित जी, मतलब मैं ये कह रहा था कि हम ये निफ्टी में मार्केट पे अपर साइड पे मूवमेंट अगर एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं तो हमें 25,000 25,780 तक हम एनालाइज करके रखा है. जो भी डाटा हम यहाँ बता रहे हैं वो प्रीवियस ईयर की या फिर उसी लेवल की जो एवरेज मूवमेंट के हिसाब से कैलकुलेट किया वाला रेंज है. और अपर साइड अगर मूवमेंट हो रहा है तो हम एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं कि मतलब मिनिमम इसी रेंज तक जा सकता है यहाँ 25,780 तक. अगर नीचे को बैरिश सेंटिमेंट्स अगर आ रहे हैं या फिर बजट हमें बैरिश सेंटिमेंट्स को ले जा रहे हैं तो फिर नीचे वाला लेवल मैक्सिमम 24,780 नीचे नीचे वाला लेवल पे भी है. तो ये हम मतलब थोड़ा अच्छा लेवल मानते हो. अगर इसके नीचे या फिर इसके ऊपर अगर गया तो जो एक्सट्रीम बुलिश लेवल पे भी जा सकता है. अगर नीचे आ रहा है तो बैरिश सेंटिमेंट से दोबारा चला जाता है. अगर यहाँ देख रहे हो तो यहाँ जो लॉन्गर टर्म ट्रेंड लाइन भी यहाँ आपको दिख रहा होगा. और यहाँ से अगर नीचे आ रहे हो तो भी ऑलरेडी बायस चेंज हो जा मतलब बायस इसका जो मार्केट का सेंटिमेंट बायस चेंज हो जाएगा. लाइक 25,300 है आज की पिवोट लाइन लेवल भी. ये मैंने मार्क नहीं किया, ये मार्क कर देता हूँ. अगर हम पिवोट लाइन लेवल के हिसाब से अगर देख रहे हैं, ये डिलीट करके 25,302 है. हम 300 ही मार्क लाइक पिवोट लाइन लेवल आज. तो इसके ऊपर अगर मार्केट अभी फिलहाल अगर देख रहे हो तो मार्केट इसके ऊपर ही है. सो यू कैन क्लियरली सी दैट मार्केट इज अबोव, ट्रेडिंग अबोव दिस पर्टिकुलर लेवल, पिवोट लाइन लेवल. So as long as it is above the pivot line level with respect to pivot scenario, if you see, it is going to be bullish on this particular level. So an OI based this OI based profit booking zone, if you see, it comes near to 25,550 range about. So we will mark everything clearly over here. So we have an opening. Is my screen lagging? I don't know. 1 second, guys. We'll change it to lower time frame. Yeah, now you can see. So it was a flat opening clearly. Here you can see it opened nearly at 25,300 level. Still it is above the pivot line level. If you see over here, I will mark the pivot line levels. First it is at 20, for Nifty it is at 25,300. 25,300. So the bias is bullish above this level, but as of now it is a high volatility, low liquidity day. So we will have a proper setup on the first 15-minute range, and we will wait for that confirmation to happen. We will take confirmation on the volume. We will take confirmation with respect to the shorter term trend lines also. So we will wait for that. So so this is I expect this is due to the FIA's net bearish positions they had. So profit booking might be happening. So only after the speech start we can really rely on whatever breakouts we are getting. Until and unless so I expect fake breakouts and breakdowns to be happen. So we'll wait for that. Let's have a look at Bank Nifty also. Bank Nifty started with a Bank Nifty also showing similar opening status. So we'll mark the pivot line level of this as well. So Ramesh ji, you're asking should I buy CE or PE, sir? So we will wait for that. We'll wait for that. So what exactly happened on budget day is that there might be showing a fake movement at initially. So we might be getting trapped. So we will wait for the budget speech to start, and we will wait for a proper confirmation on the breakouts whatever happening. So we will have a proper confirmation, and only after that we will decide whether to go on P or C side. So as of now Nifty everything is sentimentally that technical analysis it is showing a bullish movement itself, but we will wait for what exactly the budget is bringing on us. So only after that we will decide that. So the movement can happen with respect to whatever speech our finance minister is giving. So it will clearly depend upon that. And as IV implied volatility and everything is spiked, the premium will also be high. So there are high chances that if we take CE or PE position right now, so when we have a clarity on the budget, it can decrease very fastly. So that premium decay will be happening very fastly. So it is riskier to take call or put option as of right now. So on the initial start itself it is very difficult to decide which part to go, on the put side or the call side. Sheikh, I asked Vashaji, good morning, very good morning. So banking sector we can focus very banking sector have the highest boom on index compared to other Nifty 50, Sensex and mid cap Nifty. Bank Nifty will be having a biggest boom. Banking sectors especially on budget day. So it is pretty consolidated from the start itself. So this is obvious only during the budget hours, initial hours of the market opening. It usually tend to remain in consolidation part, and after that, if it is a proper breakout, if it is giving a proper breakout and breakdown, then definitely we have to validate it with respect to the volume. If it is supported by the volume, we will have a look at the average volume. If it is average volume it is generating, everything we will be having a look at it clearly, and we will get a proper confirmation, and only after that we will plan for the entry. Hari Krishnan ji saying that my voice is not audible. Let me have a look at it. No, voice should be. I hope my audio is audible right now. If it is not, please mention it in the chat. So 25 300. So the first, I'll have a quick look at the pivot line levels for the day. So we can't much depend on pivot levels today, because so pivot line can be considered, but the resistance and support may vary because it is a special day, but that day the volatility will be high. There are high chances that we can we the levels will be not properly respected. So anyway, we will have a quick look at the first and second resistance with respect to the pivot line. So for Nifty 25 300 is the pivot line level. Five minutes chart. We'll completely wait for the first 15 minutes. So we'll mark the range and we'll see if the breakout is really happening with respect to the, if it is supported by volume, we'll have a look at which direction we need to plan to take an entry. First 5 minute was clear consolidation is in holding inside the consolidation zone only. So flat opening and it is remaining flat near to the opening itself. So still it is down below the pivot line for Nifty, and for Bank Nifty, if you see, the pivot line is at 56,670 it is. എൻ്റെ വോയിസ് കേൾക്കുന്നില്ല മാറുന്നു. So here if you see on Nifty, here we can it is coming above the pivot line level, but we will wait for the proper first initial 15-minute candle to first initial 15 minute for the market to settle. But even after this is not a regular day, so the market won't be settling in the first 15 minute, but anyway we will have a proper range for the first 15-minute range also can be considered, and we have already marked the pivot line level over here. Now we will mark it for Bank Nifty also. Fifty-six thousand 670, 50 not 56, 59,670 is a pivot level for Bank Nifty today. So it is very much lower. The market is trading below the pivot lines, and if you see on Nifty, it is exactly opposite. It is trading above the pivot line level, and we will add a volume in both of this. Volume here also we will add. Yeah, if we see on Nifty 50, it is right now trading above this particular level, pivot line level. We'll change it to 15-minute, and we'll mark the 15-minute upper range as well as the lower range also. You can clearly see that it is like the volume is also pretty less. But anyway, we'll get a proper view on the volume side. If we are getting a proper support from the volume, whatever breakout breakdown we are getting, we'll have a proper analysis on the volume part if it is supported by volume. If that move isn't supported by the volume, then definitely it might be a chance of a fake breakout or a fake breakdown. So we have a stock pickups also. If you see for on the defense sector side, if you see, we are focusing on HAL, HA Hindustan Aeronautic Limited. We'll add that as well over here. And Bajaj Auto also we'll add on the Bajaj Finance and Bajaj Auto. We'll have a focus on that as well today. It is already up. A gap up start over here in Bajaj Auto, and in Hindustan Aero Limited we'll see. Yeah, in this also it is booming. Pretty stagnated movement in the start itself, consolidating within the 15-minute range. The first 15-minute range is being created, but on the stock side, if you see, Hindustan HAL and Bajaj Auto is almost gap up start in that, and it is trading at nearly on Bajaj Auto. If you see that, yeah, almost 1-2% move up. It is trading similar condition in HAL as well. So this on the defense sector side, we have picked up Hindustan Aero Limited, and on the auto sector side, Bajaj Auto, and finance and NB Bajaj Finance only we have picked up. NTPC as on renewable energy. So these four main stocks will be focused today, and we'll change the color of pivot line to green, and here also to we'll make it as 15. Low voice, if one give me 1 second with the with regarding the voice. Let me connect. I hope you guys can clearly hear me out now. I hope if there is any issue, please mention it on chat. So right now, if you see that it is clearly trading on the Nifty side, if it is clearly trading above the pivot line, and on Bank Nifty side it is below. And after even after the first 15-minute range, it is pretty consolidated inside the 15-minute range. So this usually happens on the budget day, and we will wait for that proper entry to happen. We will wait for that proper direction to be cleared. We'll open heat map. So on banking sector, if you see the heavyweight stocks, HDFC showing a slight positive sentiments, and on ICIC it is showing a little bit lagging, and IT is totally dragging due to, because maybe it's because of the geopolitical events happening. But Reliance is going good, so we'll wait for this. And HAL is coming down after a, yeah, 1.6 percentage, almost no it came from the start. So it is about the shorter term EMA. We will change this to 20-day for now. So it came close near to the 9-day shorter term trend EMA. We'll add that EMA over here as well. EMA. NTPC is one another pick of ours. NTPC also will be focusing on renewable energy. So we'll be focusing on MTPP also. I hope my audio everything is proper now. 25 300, it's still above the pivot line in Nifty, but in bank case it is still dragging below the pivot line. So today, today we are using pivot line only to understand the bias where it is going. So if it is or sustaining above the pivot line level, then it should be remained in the bullish bias itself. So in HAL, if you see that it came near to our shorter term trend line EMA 9, and it is reversing from that particular level. So HAL, we expect a good movement in HAL. 41% is almost. So if you're planning for a intraday entry also, this high can be considered, and after this high a proper SL can be kept on the swing low. And if you see over here 42 points, which is pretty risky for today to keep, so we can prefer either on this particular previous day's closing data, we can clip at that particular level, but right now we will wait for that budget space to start. Only after that, if it is giving a proper breakout above the day's high, then we will plan an entry on that. On HAL, I am talking about HAL. So if you see on Bajaj Auto Limited, it is still coming down after a gap up start and after making high at 9,850. And we will have a look at our other stocks also. NTPC is other pick with respect to the green energy, renewable and green energy. NTPC, we are planning on NTPC. We are focused on NTPC. And finance side, if you see Bajaj Finance also under our focus. So I hope the expected movement all went away. I'll mark again. So we expect Nifty, if is having a bullish bias in the market, we expect a movement till 25,800 780. 25,780 is where our upper side expectation movement. So we'll mark it separately on purple. And on the downside, if we see 24,780 is what we are expecting. 780. This levels are being calculated with respect to the previous year data and everything. An average, mean average have been taken and average movement have been analyzed with respect to the previous data only. So we came up to, if Nifty is moving above the particular movement is happening with respect to the budget sentiments on a positive note, it can go up to 25,780. And on the downside, if anything, if the bias changed, then definitely it is below the this below a low can be made at nearly 24,780. These two possibilities are there with respect to the range expectation on Nifty movement. And Bank Nifty, if you see, we are getting a the market is closely near to the 15-minute range over here, and it is almost giving a breakdown. Here we will add volume also. We will have a look at volume, how volume is increasing. Here also we will add the volume. If volume is properly supported, then definitely the move would not be. So this is how we just like this is how we properly have a analysis on the fake breakout or fake breakdown. So if it is supported by a good volume in the market, definitely that move is going to happen. So that's why we are precisely adding volume into the whatever charts, all the charts we have added the volume. That's because the reason that we, if it is the movement is supported by volume, then definitely we can rely on that move. We'll have a look at the NSE indices data, which all stocks are being on the higher side and on the lower side itself. We will have a look at it on that also. On Nifty 50 especially, Nifty 50. And 21 is on advance and 29 are on decline. On the first it is bail, so it is almost 2% gain in bail. We'll have a look at it bail quickly. Yeah, almost from the start, yeah, it came up to the low. If you see, it will change to 5 minute, and after that, yeah, it's moving good. So bail is having a proper yeah, bail is also having a good movement. We'll change it to 1 day time frame. Yeah, all time high, that's it. See, it's a good volume candle. If you can see that it is almost more than 10-day average volume. So this is a good push and a proper breakout candle over here. This was the all-time high. I expect it will have broader look. Yeah, a proper volume candle breakout happened in Bale. If you see this candle, here the last average was on 31st of October, and if you see a proper volume candle have been on the bullish side. If you see over here, proper volume breakout have been happened in Bale, and after that it retest almost to the all-time high level again, and it is reversing back and it is breaking this high. This area can be considered as a entry zone at this particular range, and we can keep the days low as the SL for intraday setups. So Bale is also having a good movement by breaking all-time high with a good volume candle, and it retested to the high level, and again it is bouncing back with the volume, with good volume also, and it is, if it is supporting candle is the high, the volume the breakout candles high is being broken, we can take an entry on Bale on the bullish side. Yeah, Nifty is now breaking the 15-minute range on the upside, and Bank Nifty also turned positive a little bit. And volume side, if you see, it is pretty less only on volume side, so we will not have an entry. So for as per my view, I won't be having an entry at this particular point, because on perspective of volume it is not supporting, so we might get a fake breakout chances also. We won't be taking that risk at this budget day, so definitely we will wait for that proper volume confirmation to be proper volume confirmation should be noticed. We will wait for that. So RSI, we are kind of avoiding RSI today, because RSI on a trending day it may give us a long, like wrong direction. So on a trending day RSI can be a little bit tricky for us, so that's why we are avoiding the RSI indicator, relative strength index. But with respect to volume can be always dependent for a confirmation, so that's why we are only focused on volume. And on the stocks part, if you see, I have added both of the EMAs over here, EMA 9 and EMA 20. I have an added short term trend lines are these are, so we will use these lines as a pullback. If we get a pullback entry opportunity, we can take it from the trend line, the EMA line itself. So that's why we have marked EMA with respect to with supporting confirmation factor, which is volume. So as of now we are not going to take any entry on this in any of this. So Sun Pharma sector on Sun Pharma is also almost 1.7% up, 27 rupees if you see. And ONGC is kind of like oil sectors, oil is kind of booming. This past day's performance also, if you see, it is booming only. So ONGC is also on the first list, or almost at the third place, 1.5% up almost. Power grid is kind of 1.2%. Power grid can be moving good today. Power grid also, we'll have a look at power grid. Yeah, if you see on power grid, we'll have a broader look on weekly time frame. It is on a bearish sentiments node. Yeah, and after marking a high at 360, 367, it is on a reverse node. So this can be considered as a, on a weekly status, if you see, this can be considered as a broader support level over here, and yeah, it is consolidating after on a downtrend line. It is pretty consolidating. On a weekly basis, if you see, this is kind of a structure of a descending triangle, but the trend here over here, it is on a longer trend. If you see, uh, this if this support is being broken, then definitely it's going to come down. But as of today, on an intraday basis, it is kind of up by 1.5 percentage from this particular support, and any of this previous day high is being broken, then we will plan an entry on this. Previous day high can be considered, as an entry opportunity. And on a short-term time frame, 15-minute, if you see, yeah, we'll add shorter term trend EMA over here as well. 20-day. Yeah, we have a proper crossover also here. If you see on 15-minute on a shorter time frame, this was a good opportunity. The crossover happened at this particular candle, and this particular candle's high can be considered as the entry level, and this low can be considered as the stop loss for this particular level, if you see. And I would be preferring, if we get a retest at this particular level, then definitely we can plan for an entry. So a proper cross down happen. And bank nifty we are seeing a drop. We'll change to nifty. Yeah, it rejected from the 15-minute range, and if you see on bank nifty, it clearly came below down the 15 minutes. So initial the volatility have been started, so it is almost 9:51. The speech is yet to start. We'll wait. I'll start the budget news also. Sectoral wise, we will see. We have already selected few. uh, is the sound still having issue, Abdul Cheta? Am I still having trouble with the sound? Okay, okay. I hope everyone can hear me out, like properly here now. And a sudden volatility happens, so I'll have a change on the budget. Also, wait, the budget. Yeah, on Hall side, if you see, it is coming almost to the high days high. It's coming, and on Bajaj Finance, Bajaj Auto, if you see, it is dragging down, and it is coming almost near to the days low. Also, it came below the days low and reversed with the doji, long legged doji. And in bank nifty also, if you see, we are having a long legged doji candle. A sudden volatility breaking down below, coming near to almost 59,300. So now it is again inside the 15-minute range. So we will wait. We'll wait. So I accept both side movements. So we'll wait almost 10. We are at Ninth budget, we'll wait for that. Yeah, on banking sector, SBA also turned positive. HDFC is still post. ICICI a little bit dragging, and TCS on the IT sector it have been coming to the neutral stance on neutral stand. Reliance is also on neutral stance only. So technical wise, market both Nifty and Bank Nifty and everything is on a positive note, but this volatility can make things go a little bit trappy. So we should be expecting high volatility. So I want everyone, whoever is trading, on especially on options index market, they should have proper this risk reward ratio 1:2. I minimum bare minimum 1:2 I suggest to everyone. So 1:2 should be there, and proper position sizing have to be done. So whatever capital like whatever capital as a whole you have, so you should properly have an idea how much percentage you are gonna ready to risk for this particular day, and with respect to that you should calculate your quantity of shares you are buying, or on the index part quantity of loads you are buying. So your proper position sizing should be there. So because high volatility we can expect, and liquidity can be also pretty much less. So for the ones who are doing stock options also, I suggest they should have a proper position sizing, so that we guys can properly manage the risk. So here in HAL, if you see, it is breaking above this particular level. So an entry, a closing, if it is a closing happening above this particular high of HAL, we have an opportunity. A closing should be must. So we will wait for that closing to happen, and we can place this particular swing low as the SL also in HAL. But this thing yet to start. Bajaj Auto is still not figuring out what accept. So this can be clearly based on the budget news. So whenever the budget speak happen regarding the auto sector, then this sudden rush can be happening in Bajaj Auto and in Bajaj Finance as well. And we didn't yet have a look at NTPC also. We will have a look at. NTPC is also consolidating at the previous market days close. And we'll have a close look at this also. And on Bajaj Auto, it is still dragging. It came down below the shorter term trend line. The blue line indicates our EMA 9, and this is 20. I hope this is yeah 20. This is 20 DMA, and it is coming below that. So a rejection from this particular, anyway it have created a low below this, and from this level also this almost the same high, it came up to the same high, and it is rejecting from that level. And we definitely should wait for that proper moment to happen. So I believe that whenever she say the speech, or respected finance minister, so definitely at that particular time a rush can be happening with respect to whatever she is saying. So this can be focused mainly with respect to whatever she is saying on the budget perspective for defense sector as well as the auto sector, and this is on renewable thing. Proper indecision, we can clearly on price action basis, if you see, we can see a proper indecision over here. uh, the sellers are trying to push down the market, but again the buyers are trying to gain it back. So you can clearly see that here on simple price action, we can clearly see it. So on the international market, if you see, gold and silver is also pretty lagging down. Matlab, corrections are happening a little bit. from the all-time high. Nearly silver yesterday itself it dropped nearly at 27 percentage if I day before yesterday and yesterday combinedly. So gold and silver is kind of having a good correction. So I expect we get a buy on dip opportunity in both of them. Yeah, in HAL, if you see, it is still trying, the buyers are still trying. So this level is being maintained. If you see over here, the volume is kind of increasing, and also this shorter term trend line level is maintaining it. Unlike the Bajaj Auto, it has never came down to this particular level, and still it is trying to maintain it on the upper side itself, showing that bullish urge to happen. So on breakout and closing, we can properly have an entry at this particular HAL on defense sector. But I am telling that this is our technical analysis, but proper risk management and position sizing have to be done whatever entries we are taking. So a closing, if a closing happen above this level, then definitely we can plan a bull side entry over here. Yeah, we have a closing above it, and yeah, let's see what exactly is happening, and we have a increasing volume also. So if any of you guys have any stocks in your mind, you can comment. We will analyze that also. So whatever stocks you have, guys are holding, or if you want to take it upon, or you are interested in knowing more, then you can comment it. We can definitely analyze it too, and we'll add Bank Nifty to here. Back again, Bank Nifty. Yeah. Still, Bank Nifty is on a bearish sentimental note, but clearly Bank Nifty can be booming all in a sudden. Yeah, here we are having a movement at HAL, proper movement at HAL. Yeah, HAL is moving good. If you see on stock in the sun, aeronautical limits, defense sector stock. This is our defense sector stock pick. It is having a proper move above the day's high. This is exactly what I meant by the volume supported movement. And if you see the breakout candle have an average volume on 5 minute, if you see average volume above the previous 5 to 3 candles, if you see a good volume is rising over here, and it is maintaining the EMA support. So technically speaking, Hindustan Limited is on a bullish note, but we will wait for the closing to happen. So yeah, almost it is 10 past 10. So it is going to start now, the speech. So hopefully we will get high volatility. We can expect high volatility at this period of time. Oh, Bank Nifty again is dropping from the 15 minutes. So it is still consolidating inside the 15-minute range, and it's dropping below. We'll add Bajaj Finance here, and we'll have a look at Bajaj Finance. 5-minute note. Closed above the, this is start. Day's candle high, day's high have been broken in Bajaj Finance. Yeah, but it's still trading below this level on 5-minute note. And if you see over the this, HAL is having good movement. You can see over here. Bajaj Finance, if you see, the volume is pretty less, so we cannot take an entry on this as of now. Volume is pretty less in Bajaj Finance for the day. If any of you are having any stocks in your mind, you can comment, we can analyze that. We'll have a look at what all levels it can bring and what our expectation with respect to volume also we can see. So you can comment and we can analyze that. HAL is having a good run, both, and volume is also supporting and increasing. Okay. വരുന്നില്ലേ ഇപ്പോൾ മൈക്ക് വെക്കണം still consolidating on the index part. If you see, still consolidating, it's a very much a close range consolidation in Nifty and Bank Nifty. If you see proper indecision in the market, we people are the traders are expecting this budget to start and hear out what exactly that uncertainty need to be get cleared. Then only they are like us, they are also waiting on that. So an entry at drive the moment on either on, if you see on index on put side or call side, we can't decide it yet now. So like us, everyone is also waiting on that. So if anyone have any stocks in their mind, and if is anyone having a particular interest on any stocks, you can comment in and we can analyze that. We can have a good look at that. So you can start commenting whatever stocks you need to be uh, like discussed. Good. Proper a clear proper indication in the index. This is usual, but still it's very amazing to see that in real time. So it is still consolidating inside with the proper, even we had a higher volatility earlier, but still it is maintaining that 15-minute range and holding up. And if you see on Hindustan Aeronautic Limited, it is still above the day's high and it is pushing further forward above. So a good entry it was at that particular level with keeping our SL at the swing low. NTPC will add here NTPC. NTPC dropped down 5 minutes, yeah. This is the days low. We'll mark the days low, and the days high is here. First 15-minute range it will. This is also still inside that. Here if you see, this is the first 15-minute range, and it is have been broken above that particular level. You see clearly it is maintaining its price above the those trend lines also. So it is, we expect a positive sentiments to continue in that. So today's gainers, Nifty 50 gainers are really on bail. The first almost 2% up, and power grid also we have seen. And we'll have a look at it again if there is any change. So it is 21 advance and 29 decline, and bail is almost 2.5 percentage now, 2.4 percentage up, and power grid is also at 2 percentage, almost 1.7, and ONGC is the third one, and Sun Pharma is also booming, 23 rupees, almost 1.4 percentage up right now. Sun Pharma also, and HAL is continuing its trend over here. It's try to maintain that uh, bullish sentiments. And if you see, took a retest at this level, and it is again going back. Volume was also supporting at the breakout. Right now the volume has been a little bit decrease in the volume. Yes, HAL is still continuing that, trying to maintain that levels above the 15-minute range, and is still continuing that. And if you see on the volume side, volume is also being supported at the breakout, and is properly trying to maintain this level. So Nifty, if you see here, right now Nifty 50 is almost at the 15-minute range high, and 15-minute range high almost is 10:14. So 10 o'clock reversal candle also been appeared over here. Yeah, 5 minute we changed. It is trying to break out, give a breakout above the 15-minute range, but if you see on the volume side, it is still not supporting, so we can't take this as a valid breakout. To be frank, a valid breakout cannot be considered at this level. Yeah, it is giving a breakout above the 15-minute range.
a breakout above the 15-minute range in Nifty 50. Yeah, Harniji, Bale is giving breakout. Harniji is saying Bale is giving breakout. We will see on Bale. On high 15 minute, I will change it to 15 minute. It already gave the breakout, it went. So if you see on the 15-minute perspective, it is maintaining above the short-term trends also. It gave a breakout above the 15-minute range, and also it came down again, so that this movement cannot be considered. Even the volume is kind of supportive over here, but we have a bigger volume here, and the next candle itself gave a breakout, but still the volume is dragging over here. Barrel is already kind of a little bit 1.5 percentage up, so that's why this dragging is happening. So people might be confused that whether to book that profit or not, so this might be the reason. So anyway, we will wait. We will have a proper look at that. So on a longer time frame also, we will see on a border time frame if it is properly above the this, which we have already marked, the all-time high breakout have been happened. So this continuation should be there when this breakout happens. This all-time highs. High breakout candle, this is the high breakout candle, and this high can be considered as our entry point on the Bale side. It gave a breakout above this, and it is maintaining the shorter term time frame. We got a retest at this level also. So always should manage that 1 to 1 is to 2 risk reward ratio, whatever, even if we are taking on stock intraday, even if we are utilizing the leverage also, properly manage that 1 is to 2 no matter what, and properly position size yourself. Today we should definitely expect that high volatility in the market, so definitely we should expect that. So Abdul Cheta sound ഇച്ചിരി കൂട്ടാമോ, like ഐ ഹോപ്പ് ഇപ്പോൾ സൗണ്ട് ശരിയായെന്ന് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു. നമ്മൾ കുറച്ച് ചേഞ്ചസ് വരുത്തിയായിരുന്നു. ഇനി ശരിയായില്ല നമുക്ക് മൈക്ക് ആഡ് ചെയ്യാം. IDBI, Anurag ji, IDBA, they have reported the huge profit in Q3 report. IDBA, we'll have a look at IDBA. So HAL, we have a drop from that particular level. HAL, we have a drop now. IDBA also, we'll look at IDBA. On a broader view, if you see, yeah, here if you see, this was an opportunity at for if I am on my perspective, I can consider this day's high, previous day's high being broken, giving a breakout above the previous day high can be considered as an intraday opportunity, to be precise. So if you see an intraday opportunity arise at this particular point, and you should keep the SL at day's low. So on this perspective, if you already see, we will see what exactly it brought. Almost 2.3 percentage from the previous day's highs movement. So this was an opportunity on Bale side also. So here if you see on in this on HAL, it we properly have a clear rejection from this floor, a good volume, bearish volume candle, and it came below the both. It tested at the 20 days EMA, and it broken down below the 9-day EMA also. So this is a caution sign, but it can reject from this particular point. If this level is being broken, then we should have a proper risk setup on this. If it is being the 20-day average is being broken, then definitely we should be cautious a little bit. In IDBI, this is the scenario. That previous day's high can be considered as the entry opportunity on an intraday basis. So almost 2.3% it have already been given. So if this bounce back is not being happened, if it is not bouncing back from this particular high level, which was considered as the entry level, then definitely we will exit this particular position. And oh, not IDB, IDFC. IDFC also we will see. IDFC on a bigger time frame, it is kind of consolidating this level. Yeah, this level is being, we have a low at this particular point on a 1 day time frame, and we have a trend line also at this point. A proper retest rejection from this zone, but anyway, we will change it to 15 minute on this with respect to the intraday setups. So it is consolidating only, so only after a break above the day's high, then we can plan an entry on IDFC. But as of now, it is consolidating and it's dragging within the 15-minute range. If you see, the chart is on 15 minute, it is still consolidating inside the 15-minute range. So Badri Krishna is asking, what is your take on copper industries for the next 2 years? So copper is definitely going to boom. So I see that we should go for a long-term investment in copper. So I expect copper to move a very good movement in the coming 2 years, like this rare earth metal is doing. So I expect copper also to have a good movement, a good boom in copper industries as well. So you should. Uh, if you are getting a proper buy the dip level opportunity, or a proper resistance or a support level kind of entry, then definitely I suggest everyone to for my as my personal opinion, I suggest copper will be giving a good boom over here. So on bail, it retested at the first 15, the all-time high again. It retested and it is again bouncing back. And if you see on the HAL thing also, it came and retested, tested at the 20-minute EMA level, and it is trying to recover above the 9-day EMA also. It is proper rejection, proper reversal from that level. And on IDFC, this is what I have to see. Matlab, it is still consolidating inside the 15-minute range, and on a longer term rise, if you see, it is properly tested the longer trend line, and it is trying to bounce back. And on an intraday basis, it is still consolidating. Only after days high is being broken, we will plan an entry on this. And Nifty, Bank Nifty also we will add quickly. Nifty is having a proper bounce from the 15-minute range. Bank Nifty, yeah, Bank Nifty is also right now above the pivot line level. It have came above the pivot line level. So if you ask me, volume is kind of supporting here. We will have a look at the volume. And not so supportive, but 15-minute if you see, it clearly gave a breakout above this level on 15-minute, and if it tested again and back, it is bouncing back. So a good movement clearly on the upper side. Deepak, super analysis. Thank you. Can you say about walk back share? Chandra Mukha, Chandra ji, back share. We'll have a look at back also. So on a longer basis, if you see, it is on a bearish trend, and it have clearly gave a breakdown above the this support level. This level can be considered as a good support level, and it is trading below that. So I expected this bearish sentiments to continue in this. So on a weekly time frame, this definitely is a bearish sign, bearish sentiments, a strong bearish sentiments I would suggest, because it have been clearly given a breakdown below the longer time frame. And we'll have a quick look at, we'll add one more thing over here, DME 200 I will be adding. It is still above this level, so if it is continuing to maintain this, I expect this will be the next level. This consolidation level can be considered as the next level at this point. And if it is breaking down below this level, if it is not, this is the final support level for back. This is my view on back on a longer term. It is still on bearish sentiments, and it's properly clearly showing that bearish sentiments breaking down below the like longer term support line as well. And also it is going below again, and it on intraday basis, if you see, it took a support reversal, and on a 9-day short term trend have been formed here, short term trend, but still it can on a longer term basis, we cannot consider this to be going to be bullish. And if you see on the volume size also, volume is pretty less. It came above the EMA 9, a short term trend line level. It came above a little bit, and intraday basis, if you see, it have more or less 3% today, 35. So intraday high have been broken. If this was a good entry at this previous day's high, was a good entry, and it's already happened, and 3% move on an intraday basis. So on a longer term basis, it is still on bearish side. So this gave a good move. This was a good pick if you have already entered for an intraday basis. This was a good pick from your side. So a proper movement for the day. Nifty at 23,370, almost 400, and Bank Nifty also, you can clearly see that it is booming it up all in a sudden after that clarity breakdown happened. And back Masdog also we will see. Masdog is properly a good move in Masdog. We will have, but the this on a shorter basis, Masdog is having a good movement on a shorter term or a mid-term trend line. And if you see, a proper support have been also been taken from this level. This level have been respected, and it is pushing back with a good volume also. If you see on the volume side itself, so minimum 10 days average, it's almost above the 10 days average, the breakout candle over this, and it is continuing, and it almost tested the previous two highs also, almost tested this, crossed above this level. So on a longer term basis, if you see, I would expect this to cross above the 200 days average value, moving average, and then only we can plan that long term basis. And on shorter term, on swing trade basis, this is definitely good. And today also it is almost Nasdaq is almost 2.3%, 2.5% up almost. So it's on a shorter time basis, it is giving a clear cut, definitely a good movement. So you can see the shorter term trend crossover as well, 20-day EMA on green line, and the blue line is 90 EMA, and it's a proper crossover happening over here. And you can consider this a good entry, and if you can at least ride up to this level. So if it is breaking out above this level, then we can further plan for the longer side also. This week started almost. What do you guys exactly think that the budgets will be mainly focused on? So I feel like that it should be banking and finance. I feel that way. Lesser on the infrastructure, or maybe it might be a state selected one. And IT, PSU, and defense can also be majorly focused. I personally expect this PSU and the defense sector can be monetized on that. And weekday 15 minute, yeah. A retest at this point can happen. Retest in the sense a bounce back from the retest also can happen. Uh, it's volume wise, we see this was a not so good breakout on a volume perspective. Volume was not there. Proper volume was not there. On a volume wise, if you see, it was not proper breakout. Buyers were trying to really push above the level, but on a price action perspective, we got a breakout, then a retracel, then again a reversal. Reversal from the level, this indicates a good price action movement, but on a perspective of volume, the proper volume was not being given shown over this thing. BSC also you will see, BSC, BSC. Longer term, I always start with longer time frame. I also suggest everyone to have a good habit of that as well. It helps me a lot, to be frank. I need a broader view at first, then definitely I can go for the shorter term view. So if you see on a longer term, if you see, I see a symmetrical triangle kind of maintaining. So it is kind of having a dynamic resistance over here, and if you see on this level, it's not exactly giving that level. If it is coming down to this level, we cannot take this as a symmetric triangle yet. If it is giving a proper movement like this, then definitely we can plan on that. On a longer term trend too, it is showing a compression, to be frank. So dynamic resistance shows that it goes with a lower high pattern, and if this is supported by a dynamic support with a higher low pattern, then definitely price is compressing. So wherever we are getting that breakout, definitely we can go on that side on a broader side. And on a short term trade side, if you see, 1 day time frame, it is reversing from this level. Pretty much a little bit levels have been maintained over here as well on a shorter term trend frame, if this support is being taken. But as the longer term structure wise, this should be coming down. So on an intraday basis, it is still dragging down below. On 15 minute, if we change also, it is still dragging down below, and the levels, short term trend levels also have been broken down. If you see this 20-day 20-day EMA also have been crossed down by the EMA 9, so which indicates a short term bearish sentiments in this BSE as well. So this is what I have to say in BSE. On a broader term basis, if you see that compression is really happening, and on a shorter time frame, it is still bearish. So Nifty and Bank Nifty is moving, and we have total FIE inflow flow. Yeah, we are having a boom over here. Nifty and Bank Nifty. 25 380, so we'll have 25 350 CE and 25 350 P also. Sudden surge in the Nifty and Bank Nifty is having a proper retest at the almost at the 15-minute level, and it's now being trading above the pivot line level, which indicates the bullish bias. And this zone I expect on Nifty 50, if we come above this particular zone, I consider if it is moving above this to this level, I consider this level as a profit booking zone, this 550 to 450 to 550 range. Almost this range I consider as a profit booking zone. If it is booming, exactly, if it is having a proper upward movement with respect to these levels, I expect a profit booking from that point. And one side of an entry with respect to Nifty 50, we will look forward an entry. So right now it is kind of moving above the levels, so it is almost kind of overpriced. The 350 CE also options, if you see, it is running at 224, so we could have taken an entry at least bare minimum below 190, where we could have keep our SL near to our 160. 30 point SL can be kept at the SL, but right now it is overpriced. So we'll wait for a rejection to happen. So if this volume doesn't support the move, so if it is having a proper movement up again, then definitely we should wait for that pullback to happen. Otherwise, at particular point, it the IV might be changing, and definitely a premium decay we can expect on that. So we will wait for this C side entries. Volume is also supporting very good. 15-minute. 25 400 also, we'll have a look at 25 400 also. 25 400 is also trading at 200 almost, so we can at least wait up to 170. Let the price come back to 170, so we can plan our SL on 140 range. So 160 170 range can be considered, so we will wait for that level. Still 170, 190 range it is moving. We'll add volume also. It's been supported. We'll see. This move was supported by volume also. We'll change for 5 minute entry. You need to wait at least where minimum the premium should come back to 170 levels. Right now it is trading at 190 level for 25,400 CE on the bullish side. And if we get a retest at any of this 9-day EMA level also, we can plan that entry. So 9-day EMA also, if it is getting a retest, but this volume is this movement is supported by a steady consolidated volume. If you see, we cannot trust this movement even if it is going up, but a sudden drop might can be happening. This is what I expect exactly meaning. A sudden drop can be happen, so we should be properly aware about the proper position sizing. If you guys have entered in any of the option trade on the call side, definitely properly keep your risk reward ratio 1 is to 2 bare minimum, and properly have a position sizing also, because we can expect that high drop and high up again. That sell hunting can be happening on the liquidity zones where the scores writers and put writers have kept their SLs and new pending orders. We can test that level, so on a sudden basis, on a high volatility basis, so be cautious with that. Abhishek Esraj is asking about what about metal stocks. So right now in metal, after the boom happened, right now it is on a profit booking scenario. So if you are aware, Hindustan Zinc, this other metal stock have been declining. So it is a profit booking scenario. So if we get a proper level at the down side, proper support, then definitely you can reinvest on your money. If you have already entered, then I would suggest that average it down when you get a proper support level. So right now the profit booking scenario is happening. That's why we are having in gold also, in silver also, we are seeing that decline because of the profit booking. So anyway, I suggest that if you are holding any particular stocks, then definitely at a proper support level you can double it up, or else fresh entries you can buy it from that particular support. Fresh entries also you can take. Right now it is on a profit booking scenario. Yeah, I guess almost if Hindustan Zinc have been pulling down and sliding down, and especially on Hindustan Zinc in Vedanta and algo, all are having that profit booking scenario right now. So if you are getting a proper support at any of the stocks, metal stock, then you can buy that dip, or you can double down your existing holding. So this is what I have a view on for metal sectors. It is having a proper profit booking scenario right now. So recently the quarterly reports also came. I believe that in Vedanta also. So strong growth have been showing, but that exact same scenario where I said when strong growth have been shown, people tend to book profit more to get that early gains to happen. So usually when quarterly result comes, sometimes this scenario happens where good result comes and people start booking their profit, and it come back a little bit and take a support, and then bounce back. So we can also utilize that opportunity on metal stocks. So we have a nominal growth at 10.1% for the fiscal year 26. So anyway, we expect that positive sentiments to be maintained in the market for today. But anyway, we can expect that high volatility also. So let's be ready with that. So even after the breakout, Nifty is trying to maintain the EMA levels on 5-minute time frame and 15-minute. We'll see. We'll have a look at 15-minute. Yes, well, it is maintaining that level, but the volume is not supporting. I'm not pretty sure about this. The volume is not yet supported, so I may expect this sudden drop can be expected in this. Because I don't because this volume is not supported as per my view. The volume is not supporting, so I expect that sudden drop might be happening. I expect that way. Nifty is kind of dropping similarly, which we said, but Bank Nifty is trying to maintain the upside. അബ്ദുൽ ചേട്ട് ഹാൽ ബൈ എൻട്രി എടുക്കാമോ ഇപ്പോൾ ഇൻട്രാഡേ ഹാൽ ചേട്ടാ ഇതാണ് അവരെ നമ്മുടെ സ്റ്റോക്ക് പിക്കാണ് ഹിന്ദുസ്ഥാൻ ഹാൽ അപ്പോൾ പ്രോപ്പർ റിസ്ക് റിവാർഡ് റേഷ്യോ മെയിൻറ്റെയിൻ ചെയ്ത് നമുക്കൊരു എൻട്രി ഇതിന് എബോ ക്ലോസ് വരുമ്പോൾ പോകാവുന്നതാണ് സഡൻ ആയിട്ടുള്ള പുൾ ഡൗൺസോ പുൾ അപ്പോ ഉണ്ടാകാനുള്ള ചാൻസ് ഉള്ളതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഞാൻ പ്രോപ്പർ റിസ്ക് റിവാർഡ് മെയിൻറ്റെയിൻ ചെയ്യണത് അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഇതൊരു ഹൈ ലാർജ് ക്യാപിറ്റൽ സ്റ്റോക്ക് കൂടിയാണ് അപ്പോൾ 4000 അടുത്ത് നമുക്ക് ക്യാപിറ്റൽ വരുന്നതിൽ ടോട്ടൽ ക്യാപിറ്റൽ വെച്ചിട്ടുള്ള പ്രോഫിറ്റ് റിസ്ക് റിവാർഡ് റേഷ്യോ മെയിൻറ്റെയിൻ ചെയ്തിട്ടൊരു എൻട്രി എടുക്കുന്നതിന് കുഴപ്പമില്ല നമുക്ക് മിനിമം ഈ ഒരു പ്രീവിയസ് ഡേയുടെ ലോ വരെ നമുക്ക് എസ് എൽ വെക്കാവുന്നതാണ് പക്ഷേ ഇതിൻ്റെ മുകളിലേക്ക് ക്ലോസിങ് വന്നാൽ ഇനി എൻട്രി എടുത്താൽ മതി ഇനിയും എടുത്തിട്ടില്ല എങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് ഈ ഒരു ഹൈ ബ്രേക്ക് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ഡേയ്സ് ഹൈ ബ്രേക്ക് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ നമുക്കൊരു എൻട്രി പ്ലാൻ ചെയ്യാവുന്നതാണ് ഒരു ക്വിക്കായിട്ടുള്ളൊരു എസ് എല്ലിന് വേണമെങ്കിൽ ഈ ഒരു പ്രീവിയസ് സ്വിങ് ലോ പോലെ ക്രിയേറ്റ് ആയിരിക്കുന്ന സ്വിങ് ലോയിനെ നമുക്ക് എസ് എൽ ആയിട്ട് വയ്ക്കാം ഇല്ല എങ്കിൽ ഡേയ്സിൻ്റെ ലോ ആയിട്ട് നമുക്ക് എസ് എല്ലിന് വയ്ക്കാം ഇനിയിപ്പോൾ ഒരു എൻട്രി ഇപ്പോൾ എടുത്തിട്ടില്ല എങ്കിൽ ഞാൻ സജസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഈ ഒരു ഹൈ ബ്രേക്ക് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ എൻട്രി എടുത്താൽ മതി we'll have a look at the strike we were discussing about. That price is also almost coming down. Then when we have that perfect approach, we will take that entry. So on my perspective, so I would prefer taking an ATM entries almost not more than 25 400. So I won't be preferring that kind of entries. 25 300 300 350 and 400 will be the my kind of suggestion, my preferring strikes to be selected on Nifty because anyway whatever entries we are taking on a buying side, naked buying, then definitely ATM strikes is the best where we can get the maximum movement captured, possible movement captured. So it's best to take that entries if it is coming at the right price. So still now it is trading 180 189 188 level, so it has to come down again. So here why we are still not taking the entry means that I am suggesting with respect to the base of volume, the volume is pretty much lagging, so it can lead to any sudden volatile movement. So if you see on a 15 minutes time frame, it is trying to maintain this level also. So if you see over here, it's trying to maintain this level for the first 30-40 minutes. If you see from the start itself, it is trying to maintain this level and yesterday's closing levels, if you see over here, and from the start itself it is consolidating, was consolidating, and after that 15-minute breakout happened, and right now it is maintaining the previous day's closing levels, and the volume is also kind of lagging, dragging. It is not that much supportive here, so it is pretty much lagging over here, and the premium is also coming down when we get a proper entry, when we get a proper set up on that. We'll to plan an entry on Nifty and Bank Nifty also same similar condition is happening on Bank Nifty. So if you guys have any other stock, we can discuss it further, and we will wait for that perfect entry to happen. Uh, did the budget started? Still lagging. Still people are consolidate. This consolidation is all due to because of this uncertainty. So it is almost 11:52 and 10:52 at 11 it will be starting. So volatility will be increasing as of like usual scenario. Volatility will be increasing. So wait for right now the entries. Taking an entry is pretty much riskier. Either in index if it is on put side or call side itself, the volatility will be much higher. So we will wait. The price is still at 188, 184 levels on Nifty, the strike which we selected. Right now, Tata Motors have been giving a positive move. We'll have a look at Tata TMPV, Tata Motors also we'll have a look at. Yeah, Tata Motors is booming on 15-minute time frame, and on the first candle is here. Tata Motors moved very nicely. Yeah, this EMA crossed over at this particular point. Here we have that. Oh, this was a good entry. We missed Tata Motors. I don't know if anyone have taken this entry. So this was a good move, like almost 2% move in within the after confirming the break this crossover candle. This bounce back retest candle. After that itself, it moved almost 2% in the single candle. And if you see from the breakout, almost 3% we got. So this was a good move on a 15-minute intraday basis. If you see, this is a good move. So already the 3% move have already happened, so I don't expect any further move to become until and unless we have a better budget analysis on the auto sector. Yeah, auto sector is kind of booming now. If you see on M&M also, M&M also moved almost 2%. All in a sudden, M&M. I will have a look at M&M also here. See that sudden movement, sudden spike is happening here in the M&M auto sector. 9:15, a proper breakout from the 15 minutes range with a So volume is still dragging, but no worries over here. The move already happened. Bale, Emmentum and TMPV. And on the pharmaceutical sector, if you see Sun Pharma is kind of booming, and Bajaj Auto is almost 1.2 percentage up. Bajaj Auto, which is nearly like 120 rupees nearly, and Maruti also up. The auto sectors are almost up on Bajaj Auto, Maruti, and this Eicher Motors also are pretty going doing good. The declining side, if we see that Hindalco is pretty much almost 4% down on Hindalco. Titan, Coal India, Zomato is also dropping, but the major drop is on Hindalco. So there is one more method we can add up on first 45 minutes can be selected with respect to this. So this is the first 45 minutes. We can mark the range of first 45 minutes initially. Now after this first 45 minutes, we can plan an entry with respect to after the volatility. So usual days this strategy used to work on in regular days. We use 45 minutes range as the entry exit barrier for a breakout or breakdown entries. So this can also be utilized. And Asian Paints is down, Momentum again booming. Sun Pharma is moving a little bit more faster, though it have came to the third position. Power Grid is also moving good. Bajaj Auto, so it's almost 11 now. Budget will be budget starting now. Uh, 184 level. From that particular level it has again bounced back, but this seems a little bit good movement over here. So Nifty is also kind of trying like pulling it up by itself. So in HAL also we are getting that 15 minutes range breakout entry. Over here we will change this to 55 minutes. Yeah, this HAL is a good entry at this particular point. HAL I suggest to be a good entry at this point. And Mahindra, almost our move have already happened, but if we are getting a bounce back also, we can't trust that entry. And on Bale, as we were discussing, Bale is also showing that similar sentiments over here. So it's being properly giving a breakout above that. And one more stock was there, Bajaj Auto. We will have Bajaj Finance also. We will have a look. Bajaj Finance, if you see on a 15-minute time frame, this should be the range high top, and after that Bajaj Finance also is moving up. So almost Bajaj Finance moved nearly up to 2.3% more have been given at exactly right now on 45 minutes. And Bajaj Auto, we will have a look at Bajaj Auto also. Bajaj Auto is dragging, yeah, gap up starts. So for this Bajaj Auto, we can plan an entry on a basis of first 45 minutes range. So if it is giving a bounce back from this level, then we can trade the range also in this, keeping the previous days closing low as the SL. We can keep that for a shorter term SL. Yeah, Hal is doing good. Hal is having a proper support. So we can expect high volatility right now. Budget speech started. So everyone be ready. It's dropping. Nifty is dropping. Nifty, the volatility have already begun. So Abhishek is asking, please explain Nifty. Shall we go for long? Right now, no. Right now, no. You can't go long for Nifty. So if this volatility is pretty much higher, if you are, even if you are placing an entry, I don't think so that you will get a proper entry at this particular point. And if you see our strike again back, so you're planning to take that entry at that 174 on the CE set. Right now it crossed down below 174, and if it is reversing back, then definitely this could be worth an entry at that point. But the speech have already started. The volatility will be high. Wait one more second. So when they start telling about the sectoral wise policies or plans they have implementing, definitely that sector wise movement will be happening. So whenever the auto sector movement happens or the defense sector movement happen, we should be pretty much cautious about that. And this, if you see that it have been taken down up to, it came nearly down to our shorter term EMA levels at EMA 20, and crossed down below that, and it is reversing back again. And this first 15 minutes range have been again kind of poked. So if it is a pull back to this level and bouncing back, then definitely we can see that as an opportunity. So I expect if the taxpayer relief factor comes, market is gonna boom. So this bank nifty also, it clearly tested our pivot line level. It is going back again, bouncing back from that particular level. Bunch Bancharamgiri, sir, you are saying today. I think technical won't play much. Technical मतलब तो clearly हमें levels liquidity zones देखना है बस वहाँ आके जो like whatever Sitaraman, our respected finance minister, whatever she is saying, then definitely it's going to apply directly on the market. Definitely sector wise applying will be happening. So technical level, I would prefer maximum on that this volatility time period. Whenever the speech is happening, definitely that technically is not going to be mattered, but liquidity zones can be considered. We can use liquidity zones where exactly the market is going to come and reverse back, so we can find that as a reversal opportunity. So whatever you said is right. Exactly, technical only matters when a proper regular market condition applies. So right now it is on event based, so we can consider this technical level at an initial entry point if we are getting any opportunity, but during the space time the volatility will be high, so we can consider the liquidity zones. So whenever that volatility hits, it could definitely gonna come test that liquidity zones, and that point can be considered as a reversal entry. So this is what exactly we can do at a volatility time period. This is also risky, but a proper risk manager can be considered, and it should definitely give a pretty much good result on that as well. So whatever you said was right. This is technicals won't be working much on news based days. It bounced back from that level. It's boosting now. So this 25 500 zone I consider as say profit booking zone. 540 450 to 550 zones, that 100 points time gap can be considered as a profit booking zone, first profit booking zone. So it is kind of bouncing from that particular level. Our strike selection 25 400 have already tested at 175 and reversed back. Right now it is at 220, so we have almost 50 points gain in that. uh, this is on infrastructures, MSMEs and infrastructures, because for every cities she's being on like on budget speech. So it is still trading at 220 itself. So overtake that particular entry on strike price 25 400 C at 175, 180 range can trail the SL to 200 or maximum up to nearly to the 205. So this can be considered. They can trail their SL to that particular point, any of that particular point, 220 or 205 level point. So I expect this profit booking to be happen. If this keep pushing up, then definitely this zone can be considered as a profit booking zone where we might see a particular deviation from this level, or if it is still continuing, if it is staying positive for all the budget continuation, then definitely this boom is going to continue, and our maximum expectation is at 25,780 or 800 levels. Pharma sector, we might get a boom at right now. We'll have a look at pharma sector. We'll see Sun Pharma. This is Sun Pharma futures. Let's see. Semiconductor mission launched. You should see the metal stocks also. They see Hindalco falls. Defense, it's falls suddenly over here. So the entry was at high as I suggested. It fall down very pretty much fall in Hindalco, not Hindalco, Hindustan HAL. So we still don't have any news on the defense thing. So our major is, as of now, our major focus is on manufacture segment. So auto manufacturer segment might be boosting up. So Max Health, Sun Pharma, we have a clear view on that, and manufacturer segment, M&M also is booming, and TMPV is also booming right now. So almost it is almost covering up to 2%. All three L&T, TMPV, and Mahindra also booming. Let's have that defense scenario again. Budget related poverty. south side, Kerala, Odisha and Tamil Nadu is being on focus on rare earth metal. News on, we'll type NTPC. Yeah, this zone was considered, that liquidity zone is over here itself. So if it is coming back and testing this level, and if this positive sentiment remains in the market, then definitely this is going to bounce back from this. Otherwise, a clear clarity can bring down the market to a certain level where IV also comes down, which decays the premium in options. So in HAL, if you see that it suddenly dropped due to, because the major focus was initially on the other sectors was focused, and we are not yet any decisions, any improvements in the defense sector. It had not have been like anything on the defense sector have been told so far. All pharma sector have been, and rare earth metal, semiconductors and everything have been discussed, but not anything on this defense sector yet. Max health sector is booming right now, because we got a clear cut view on initially starting itself. We got a clear cut view on the pharma sector. 40,000 crores have been assigned for the pharma sector to rise. So we have a good growth, almost 2% sudden surge in Max Health. The Sun Pharma and everything is booming with respect to this initial budget speech. And rare earth metal have also been on focus. So still now we don't have anything on the banking side, as well as the this banking sector or anything. Finance side we don't have anything yet. See, Sun Pharma almost 2%. Health technology is kind of all kind of bullish itself. So NTPC on renewable energy, LNT also is booming pretty much. So this now short term uh, liquidity zone have been like tested by the Nifty. So we will see if it is not bouncing back from this level, then we can plan on a downside movement. But that also can be reversed. This pretty much volatility is there. As per the news, it is been dragging down and up. So entry is will be kind of riskier for now. So our uh, first is back again to 192 after getting a high up to nearly 230 from 175. 24,400 C strike on Nifty, and it came back down again. So we have trailed our SL to nearly to 205. So right now it came down. So here also you can see properly. So nothing. Nothing is exciting Nifty and Magnifty sector now on a hold, so it is dragging down. So this might be even the profit booking of this sectors, pharma sectors, or the whatever sectors she have mentioned already. So this might be the profit booking also. So when it takes that particular liquidity zone, that definitely is going to come back again. Yeah, here if you see on a 15-minute time frame, a liquidity zone have been tested and reversed from that particular zone. So liquidity zone over here is there on the. So Hall is taking that liquidity point down below that level, and it is trying to tend to reverse from that particular point. If you see clearly over here, it is trying to take that liquidity zone. It already took, it completely took that liquidity zone, and it is trying to reverse back from that level. And Nifty also, if you see that, it properly took that 15-minute range liquidity zone, and from there it reversed back. So it is majorly focused on south side, I guess, from the start itself. So for rare earth corridor, they have been focused on Odisha, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu, and right now again waterways connection to Odisha is. So I guess that they are majorly focused on south side. So I don't know how that sentiment is gonna affect the the whole market scenario. And on HAL defense sector, if you see that proper liquidity zone, liquidity sweep have been happened over here, and it's reversing back from that level. On HAL, if you see, you can clearly see that here. Guys, give me a second. I'll be coming back in 2 minutes. So it's pretty much almost focused on the south side as of now. So here in Hall, it is still struggling between the first 15-minute range, 45 minutes range itself, and it took that clear liquidity zone. It completely had a liquidity sweep at that particular point. So semiconductors, pharma sector is kind of booming a little bit. So we will have a look at some pharma again once again. Sun Pharma and Max Health also is there. Max Health had a sudden surge. Yeah, sudden surge in a proper cruise above here and a sudden surge. So this is 45 minutes. I will change it to 5, 10, 15 minutes. Sudden surge at this candle, particular candle. After just seconds after, our finance minister announced the pharma sector thing, and 10,000 rupees, 14,000 crore rupees, I guess. Biopharma Shakti, separate medical sector from Biopharma Shakti have been answered. So majorly it is focused on uh, this pharma sector only majorly. And Sujini is saying half fold. Yeah, defense sector we still don't have anything regarding the defense sector yet, and it clearly swept that liquidity zone over here, properly swept, and are trying to gain back that. The buyers are trying to push it back upward, and also ITC is pretty much dragging from that particular news. ITC, to be frank, it is dragging from that day the news came from that US company. So from that day itself it is dragging, dropping down. ITC is dropping down, and Max Health is booming, literally booming. Very good movement in Max Health. Sun Pharma and Tata Motors is also moving. High level committee to look into banking sector. So right now we are having a banking sector news, MSME growth. So it should be boosting it up again. We might witness again that our strike came back to again at 187. So last time we took a entry at nearly 175 180 levels, and at 220 227 220 range पे we booked, and partially whoever partially booked have been raised trailed their capital to the 205 level, which hit the trail vessel hit already. So seven rail. We have a news on rails. This 20 new waterways for the Odisha over 5 years, and rail news have been coming up. 2 to 3 tri cities. The price compression is happening over here. NTPC, but still it's on a positive note. Oh, it is still dragging, dropping down. So still we don't have any exciting news, as well as we are getting a clear clarity on what exactly our budget is bringing. So obviously, when we have a clarity, when we remove that uncertainty or indecision in the market, then definitely price might be dropping, like market might be dropping, and then again then reclaiming. So any positive news or any positive impact which overall lift up our major sector wise. Banking sector, obviously banking sector is must, it is pretty much important. So far we have not yet given any proper thing on finance and everything, and regarding the IT sector also, they are majorly focused on AI missions, and this waterways, rail have been discussed, Sun Pharma have been discussed, and job opportunity have been discussed. But it is still dragging the banking sector. We will see if it is taking that. It is Nifty is still on that liquidity zone, so we will wait. We will wait for that. So our strike price again came back to, it is still roaming around 191 and 198. So anyway, I hope this strike have been already neutralized as of now. Consolidations still continuing, as Nifty is also similarly showing similar pattern, and no exciting news still for on the finance side. So they are focusing on NRI investments. So they have pretty much increased up the NRI investment to the equities. So that's also kind of pretty much relieving for NRI people who are is outside, can pretty much have a good relief on that. So but still we still have to have a proper view on the defense sector, on the banking sector. This definitely have to, these both will have an impact on the banking sector, especially will have an impact on the indexes. So we still need that clarity on that. Still now we don't have that. That's why this pretty consolidation still lagging the, this still dragging the market. So this is a clear liquidity seep over happened in HAL. All in a sudden, a clear liquidity seep at this particular point. You can see proper liquidity seep, and it's trying to gain back the usual levels. And this Abdul Chetan was asking to take entry. So this high have been almost tested, I guess. Almost this high have been tested. So we are pretty much right now we are focused on the medical pharma sector side only. So if you guys have taken any particular stock, you guys can comment, we can see the levels with respect to that particular stock. We can see that levels. So again, Bank Nifty retested at the pivot line level. It is pretty much dragging down the market, and HAL also dragging down to the liquidity zone again. So far we don't have any particular certain news on banking sector as on finance sector, and also to the defense sector as well. A panel to set a review banking sector really like they have announced panel to have a look at the banking sectors, which is not pretty much exciting for the banking sector. So yeah, Nifty, Bank Nifty, everything is on a drop. Index is dropping, and HAL also defense sector is also dropping. So I believe that there is no pretty much news about defense so far. This might be the major reason for this. We are not pretty much focused on the defense sector, so this liquidity seem completely taken over again. So Nifty indexes and HAL everything is on a drop. Pretty much dropping, pretty much dropping from this level. HAL have also been neutralized, and it have been came down to the liquidity zone as well, previous liquidity zone, and again we have another on this particular level. Uh, we still don't have any progress on the any news with respect to the defense sector as well as the finance banking sector, especially other than the community formation panel formation news. Other than that, nothing have been given with respect to the finance and banking sector and also the defense sector. We are majorly focused on this pharma sector and MSMEs and also the other rare earth metal also we are focused on. So Hal have been coming back from this particular after breaking down this level, then it again is trying to gain back this to the liquidity zone, above the liquidity zone, but still right now still we don't have anything on defense sector. That's the major reason. It might be the major reason that it came dropping, and also the banking sector is also not being mentioned in a very good way like previous year budget. So it is also pretty much dropping. So banking sector holds a very pretty huge impact on our indices. So definitely this might be the reason. And also we are majorly focused on this year budget on the pharma sector. So and pharma sector is excitedly booming. So if you see on max health, it is almost 2-3% move already happened, and sun pharma is also on boom. Apollo Hospital again it's almost 0.7%, almost 45 rupees up, running up. Dr. Reddy, everything. The pharma sector is pretty much exciting, so it is moving pretty much good. Yeah. Chalo. Oh, it is huge drop in bank Nifty as well as Nifty 50. So so pivot line level also having broken. So this the drop started from the liquidity zone. It reversed from that particular liquidity zone and again keep on dropping. Almost nearly 153 points dropped in banking Nifty 50, and bank Nifty also is keep dropping. See if it is coming up to this level, we can plan a reversal from this particular liquidity zone. We can see that this we will add this bank Nifty's liquidity as well over here. Yeah, bank Nifty doesn't have a pretty decent zones at this particular point. Any reversal can be expected from this zone. So it came down below the 200-day DMA as of now. Hindustan Algo, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, Aeronautics Limited have came down below the 200-day DMA, daily moving average. we'll see that if there is a possible reversal chances from this particular uh, liquidity zones. If we will see that if we get an opportunity in this. So both indexes Nifty 50 and Bank Nifty is pretty much lagging due to the budget. Definitely we are not like more focused on the banking sector or the defense sector, which is the major reason that HAL have been a sudden fall in HAL. Only pretty much focused on the sun pharma sectors we are majorly focused on. I believe that that is due to because of the new trade deals between the European countries from India, so we are majorly focused on pharma sector. This might be the reason, because we have pretty much good deals with the European country as well as the US also. We have pretty much good dealing with respect to the pharma sector, so this might be the reason we are majorly focused on pharma and rather than defense. So I expected a good budget on defense sector as well, but I don't know, it is not yet been told. Semiconductor also they have allotted nearly rare earth metal is also boosting. Metal segment might be boosting from this, so you guys can find out proper support at that metal segment. Then we can plan on that particular entries, buyback entries, or buy the dip opportunities in metals. So if we get a reversal opportunity on the Nifty 50 or bank Nifty or Nifty 50, so on Nifty 50 I would if we get a proper reversal from this level 25 350 CE level can be considered if it is crossing above nearly 194 195 exactly. If it is closing above that particular price in the premium, then definitely we can go for an entry keeping nearly 15 points at the SL. So this is a reversal opportunity in Nifty 50 if it is reversing. So I hope it might be reversing now. So after this drop, so it almost, so yeah, it is exactly reversing from that particular point. So when we keep 15 point as our SL, we can keep a minimum 20 above, 1:1 risk reward above, we should be partially booking and trailing the SL to the coast. So this might be a reversal opportunity in Nifty. Bank Nifty I don't suggest right now because we don't have any news on that particular news. So other segment wise news are coming, so that we can expect that movement to happen in Nifty. So if you are planning an entry on the C side, I would suggest 25 350 can be a good strike to be taken on the C side. So P side we have almost like the initial time period we have taken a particular an entry. We were suggesting an entry from this particular point at 25,400 CE. We were planning to take entry if it was the price when we were looking at that the price was trading at 200 and 210 something. So after that we were waiting for the price to come back to 175 or 180 level. So it came back to that particular level. From that level it reversed and came to that rise up to 230 level. So that was a good entry at that particular point. So after that we couldn't take in any entry on this reversal because we were not focused on this reversal to happen. And also this is a fast movement, volatile movement, so definitely it is best to avoid entries on that. So even if you are putting on market order, limit order, if it is market order, more dangerous because that slippage might be happening. So this movement was kind of a little pretty much faster And also if it is reversing, then definitely 25,350 can be considered as a good strike. And I personally feel that 195 above, if it is closing, premium is closing above that, we can go for an entry with a low at minimum 15 points SL we can keep. 15 not 15 exactly, 20 to 190 the low. Any previous swing low on the premium can be kept as the SL. 75 or 20 points maximum, minimum, bare minimum we can keep on that. Only if it is closing above the that 195 above. If it is closing above 195, then definitely we can push for that. I don't know if I missed it out, but still we are not on not any focus on this defense sector so far. It is dropping again continuously. Banking sector been dropping again. Huge fall. You on a 5 minute perspective, if you see that we have a liquidity zone over here, but we, as long as we are not getting any proper direction or budget friendly on any other segment, especially on banking sector, then definitely this might be dragging Betspo down. And if you see on NTPC, it is also coming down, and HAL also no at all anything on defense sector so far. It is pretty much dragging down the HAL. If you see, HAL is pretty much dropping. It is almost 200 points drop happened nearly from the all-time high 690 700. It is almost trading at 500 right now. Nothing on so far on defense segment. Towards like Nifty from the liquidity zone, but on Bank Nifty it is trying to gain back, but this have already been reversed. We'll have a look at the strike which we discussed. Yeah, we were telling about 195, so we can plan an entry at between 190 190 above. If it is closing above 190 or 195, then definitely we can go for that bullish reversal if it is happening above, if it is closing above 195 or 190, 190 and 195, it is having a closing above that level. Until and unless it doesn't give a proper uh, closing above that level, we are not going to plan an entry on the bull side. But if we see right now, both the premiums are kind of dropping, so this is the time where sellers are more active. So the IV got decreased, implied volatility is decreased. So because the we have proper clarity on the budget, we are getting there, we are half away from that proper clarity. So definitely this is gonna drag down the IV. So if his IV is dragging down, definitely premium is gonna get decayed. So premium decay is happening, so both side premiums are decreasing. So if you see on a proper basis, Halis keep on dropping, that there is no anything on defense sector. This budget is has nothing to do with the defense sector, so it is keep on dropping. Max Health and Sun Pharma is still booming, and Dr. Reddy also, we will have a look at Dr. Reddy. Dr. Reddy is also good, having a good boom from this particular point 11.5. So this consolidation level, we got a proper crossover at this level. This is also this keep on HAL is keep on dropping, and our the other sides also keep on dropping on this side. Nifty, Bank Nifty, and everything. So I'm so surprised that we still don't have anything on defense and the banking sector. So surprised I am. So we are still on tourism. Pharma sector is pretty much good. We should be working on that. But defense, so it is pretty much disappointing that we still don't have anything on defense so far. Pretty much. HAL is keep on dropping. All promises on HAL went in vain, to be frank. So we are expecting a good run, a boom on HAL if defense news was coming out, but we are still focused on rare metal, and Sun Pharma was pretty much good. And this liquidity zone have been broken. Note on HAL. See, a proper volume increase on the downside, it is pretty much showing that it will be dragging down again and again. And HAL also, it is almost down to the 200 level. Ladies, and we don't have anything on the budget on defense so far, and only on pharma sector. And pharma sector also, Dr. Reddy is pretty much consolidating after moving a little bit, like 2 percentage above and above. And banking sector also, we don't have any particular certain news on banking sector as well. So pretty much it is dragging, pretty much dragging the process. Very much lagging it is. So it bounced back from the liquidity zone over here. On the 5 minute liquidity zone, it is bouncing back from here. But still the sellers are trying to push it back down. You can see if it crossed above the pivot line level, but it's the sellers are trying to push it back down. So if we are getting that the strike which I mentioned, 25,300, if we are getting it with the closing above the 195 level, then definitely we can look forward for that particular C type entry. And the volume is kind of pretty supporting in this. Right now it is at 193, 192 levels. If it is Oh yeah, it pretty much like crossed back again. So 193 it is trading now. So we can plan on that. Not this on high level we can plan. 10 to 20, 20 to 25 points maximum, and we have booked the profit at that particular point itself. A bullish engulfing candle with a proper bull volume, but definitely there this zone might be get a stacking way, this particular liquidity zone, and after closing only that, then we will be able to have a good bull run on this side. So right now, what exactly news we have got? 19 is reporting silicon non-reasonable. Nothing on defense so far. Nothing on defense so far, which is quite surprising for me. Nothing. Yeah, we got a closing above that 189, 185. And now it is at trading at 180, 199. We have a proper entry setup over here on that C side. It is came back from the low after marking a low at 150 nearly at 150 it marked at that low, but again still we have this liquidity zone. Only after the proper breakout above this level we can we will get that good profit which we are ensured at 20 25 points maximum. But IV is kind of getting reduced, so the premium decay might be happening if it stagnate a little bit also. 25 350 CE was our strike. So last time when we took the CE trade, then it was 25 400. So we pretty much got 20 20 more than 50 points almost we got. But the booking troubles in booking might be get affected, or might be, so overall anyway 30 points at least we would have been got. So here we say again volatility closing didn't happen above the 195 level. It was trading at 196, 197, but again from the liquidity zone, it is rejecting back downward. In premium also it came down below to 170 again. So pretty much huge volatility in the market to trade right now. Pretty much huge volatility, and nothing on defense sector so far. It's only for India's. No tax on toll manufacture on capital goods. Extreme drop in Nifty. Uh, 250, 247. Extreme drop in Nifty, Bank Nifty, and everything. Again, the liquidities won't have been broken. So again, tax news is coming up. Tax news is coming up. Extreme premium decay is happening. Premium decay is also active, very active on this. We have tax news now. We'll see what exactly it's going to bring into the Nifty, Bank Nifty, and all. So our 225, 350 C uh, strike came above the 195 level, but it failed to close above that 195 level, and it again dropped back. And while 225 350 P range, if you see 150 from 150, we didn't plan any entry on PE side, but still it crossed from 150 range. It again went back up to 240, 159, 160 range, 240, 260 range, and the market is dropping again pretty much. It's dropping pretty badly, and if you see 25,000, if the psychological level breaks, then definitely it's gonna take the other liquidity, higher time frame liquidity zones. Again reverse, again showing a reversal, slight reversal on the bullish side, then again dropping back. So it's clearly it's not pretty good for our bank nifty as well as nifty 50, because still we don't have anything on the defense as well as the banking finance sector. അത്ര അല്ലായിരിക്കും ഇനിയിപ്പോൾ ഭയങ്കര ഡ്രാഗിങ് ആണ്. മാർക്കറ്റ് ഈസ് കീപ്പിംഗ് ഫോളോയിങ്. അതായത് ഗുഡ് ന്യൂസസ് ഒന്നും ഇല്ല അത്ര ബെറ്റർ ബെറ്റർ എന്ന് പറയാം. ആ ഇറ്റ്സ് കീപ്പ് ഓൺ ഫോളോയിങ്. ലിക്വിഡിറ്റി സോൺസ് എടുത്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ഡിഫൻസിൽ ഒരു ന്യൂസും ഇല്ല. ദോ നോ ബെറ്റർ ന്യൂസ് ഉണ്ട് ഡിഫൻസ്. Banking sector news is pretty bad. The market is keep on falling. Like Nifty is at 25,100, 150 level, 150 level, 100 level liquidity नहीं OA basis on. If it is breaking down below that, then it is going to be pretty bad. Oh, market is dropping, very much dropping. Pretty much dropped to coming exactly to the other next liquidity zone. It is reaching out to the next liquidity zone. Oh, the STT on futures got increased actually. Uh, no, oh, Yokesh, there is no long axis STT increased, yeah. But on futures it increased now. And futures it have been, the STT have been increased on the basis of point 0.5, I guess. 0.5 percentage have been increased, I guess. Nifty's keep on dropping and Bank Nifty as well. 88,800 it have reached already. And defense sector is pretty bad, pretty bad. All defense sector is falling because we don't have any proper budgetized separately on a defense sector. Anything so far it have not been announced by anything on that. But I believe that if it was, if anything was there, it should have been addressed right now. So it's turned out to be a, so only the pharma sector, if you see, is in green. Every other single segment is dragging down, and SBN is almost 3% down. The heavyweight stock are on neutral basis from a little bit positive to on a neutral basis, and ITs keep on falling. And nothing on auto sector, nothing on defense sector, and it's pretty much dragging them down. Very pretty much dragging. So this SST news, uh, STT, sorry, not SST, STT increase in government increased in future for futures for 0.2 percentage have been increased. Uh, and on options if you see it have been for 1.15 have been it, so increase been there. FNO traders, for this is a big blow for FNO traders. That's the major reason this is being for keep on falling, and this falling continues as we have that increase percentage wise increase on the STT. Future trading is more expensive for everyone due to that it from the neutral level it is getting more expensive right now. So there is no such good news for the FNO traders so far in this budget. So I won't be like I don't think that any more results are gonna be coming which can boost the market up back again. I don't think so. But that's the reason why this all in a sudden drop happens, this future increase, and we don't have nothing on this auto sector as well as on the defense sector. We don't have anything on that. So people are pretty much frustrated, I believe. The market is keep on dropping. So if it is closing below 25,000, more breakdowns can be happening. So as we don't have any kind of see, we didn't get any positive news on either on the defense sector, neither on the banking sector, and on top of that they have increased the STT percentage as well. So that's the major reason why this all sudden fall happens, and it properly clearly took a reversal on this candle, and it came reverse to this particular liquidity zone, and from there it drastically dropped back down again. So nothing good so far on the for the bull side. It's completely bearish control, and the sentiments is also the market sentiments and the trader sentiments is also pretty much negative because of this SCT increase, percentage wise increase, as we don't have any pretty much differences or budgetized difference on segregated difference on the defense sector as well as the other major auto sectors and IT sectors also. We don't have anything pretty much to drag the market up. So it's still dragging down, and 25,000 levels, the psychological levels have been tested right now. So if it is crossing down below the level, then definitely we will see another. It dropped down below the 25,000 psychological level. So it's pretty much dragging the market down. All this is pretty much dragging down the market. India VIX is at nearly 15 now. So the pharma sector is the only thing that goes related to pharma. So if you see this labs, Vinta Labs also is been 6% of almost. So it is pretty much dragging down. So we are coming near to the expected range on the bearish side. If you see, we are expected range is being nearly coming near to the expected ranges. So we have pretty much good news on railway, plus the pharma sector and rare earth metal segment. So we have pretty much good. Oh my God! This HAL have been dropped up to 4,200 level. It is almost coming to the this almost came down to the previous liquidation zone and a proper support at this level. It came down to this so far due to the budget announcement. There we still don't have anything on. So our levels been tested on the bear side. If you see, this levels have been tested. uh, 24,800 levels been tested, which we discussed on the initial starting. We were discussing that either if it is on the bull side, it is a 25,750, and if it is on the bear side, we would definitely test on 24,780. This was discussed, and those levels being tested right now. If you see properly, we can understand that the levels being tested. So good run for the bear side. On the put side, it's a very good run on the put side. It's again dropping below that levels. Our bearish level have been tested. It's pretty much dropping down, very much dropping down. 700 it came almost, and this is dropping again. So it tested it to our level, and it made a low at 24,500, 600 levels again, and it is regaining back above the that particular level again. And if you see on the liquidity side, 1 hour side, if you see, yeah, this liquidity zone have been tested at 75 exactly at this point, and it is reversing back from that area. And we will see if it is sustaining above the level. Then if it is not sustaining above that level, then definitely again it is going to come down. So now we have a proper clarity, and we have a proper understanding that we don't have anything on the defense side so far yet. So this gives a proper clarity on the budget divisions, and this might be the major reason that it's keep on dragging down. uh, we will have tested that level and it is reversing back now. It's pretty much on the bear side only, keep on falling on the bear side itself. There is nothing so far on our defense sector or anything at all. So it was clearly on pharma sector, which clearly indicated it boosted up the pharma sector also. And if you see on Dr. Reddy, a proper profit booking also have been happened on this level. So anyway, we are pretty much clear about the budget right now. So all clarity on the budget too. It was pretty good day for a bear market. On put side, if you see that proper bear running having happened, and there is no further great news on the defense sector as well as on the motor sector. If you see, which was our main focus, which we didn't have any good result on that. And also, if you see on the bear side, Nifty and Bank Nifty definitely had a great run on the bearish market. If you see the major strikes, 350 was our strike, both CE and PE. On the initial sell, we had a little bit points gain over the CE side on 350, nearly 50 points we have gained, and after that the drop, we couldn't take a proper entry because it was keep on a volatile fall was there, and VIX was also boosted up to 1000, like not 1000, 15, near to 14, 15 range. Then this bigs have been came back, and if you see the proper level have been tested, and it even gave below the movement came below up to 580, rather than from 700 200 more points down, and after that it is retesting back to the level on the bear side. On the bull side it is retesting back again to the bull side. 25,800. So there are some benefits on the income tax as well. I know the foreign policies have been a little bit changed for the NRIs. And other than that, there are no better news on related to the market which can bring back, which could have impacted a positive movement. It was completely on the bear side, and even they on top of that, like I said, they have increased the STT charges as well. They have increased the percentage in both futures and uh, this options as well. But I guess for long term on an equity basis they don't have any charges. I'll have a clear view on that, and I'll have like we will discuss it later in coming live days. We'll have a proper analysis on the budget. But for defense, nothing have been covered like on the budget. And pharma sector and rare earth metal sector to be on nifty 50 perspective. If we see, both the sectors have been addressed properly. And other than that, we have avoided major segment like defense and this auto sector have been completely, like I feel like that it have been completely ignored type of scenario in the initial period. And railway also have been addressed, and major streams on railway have also been addressed by respected finance minister of India. And here if you see premium on VIX level, if you see VIX is still at 15 point. And premium the spiked premiums of the PE side have been reduced right now. The spikes have been reduced, and it is trying to get back to the levels 20. It is trying, the Nifty has come back to the levels 25,000 levels above, the psychological level above. But even if you are taking on the CE side also, right now the premium decay will be happening, so we won't be suggesting you guys to take CE side entries right now. If it is like, see, the premium decay will be obviously happening, so the spike to premium of PE low will also be decreasing, and this stagnated movement of on the CE side also will reduce the C side PE, C side premium also. So now it will be pretty much consolidating, and the premiums will be kind of dropping on the both sides. If you see, premiums will be kind of dropping in. This is a proper hammer candle and bullish engulfing candle over here if you see, but definitely the premiums will be decreasing, pretty much decreasing, so we won't be using any of the trades entry plans as of now on the bull side. And the put side premiums also decreasing as it was spiked too much. But anyhow, it came back, nifty came back above the 25,000 psychological level. So it this volatile movement due to the budget news event can be neglected from tomorrow onwards. Max Health also, in Max Health also we had a profit booking scenario over here, and it is trying reversing back again. And Dr. Reddy also here, if you see on a 5 minute time frame on a price action basis, if you see we have a triangular consolidation over here, a pen and shape can be considered. But anyway, this drop can the due to related to the profit booking happen in Dr. Reddy as well as in Max Health also. So this profit booking scenario happens when it get a intraday boom. It have already been gained, so people might be profit booking. And on Nifty, if you see both the premium, if I see over here both the premiums on put side and this C side also, it's both the premiums are decreasing. So our 24,780 level have been tested, and it gained went down back to 24,580, and from there it gave a V-shaped recovery reversal. And you can see here that with a bullish engulfing candle supported on price action. So this is pretty much so far about the union budget. We don't have anything on this defense sector, and as well as the only focus was clearly on as a sector wise on a Nifty 50 basis. If you see, the major focus was on the pharma sector, plus the rare earth metals. Rare earth metal was focused on, and railways have also been mentioned properly, and nothing so far regarding the banking sector as well. So it might be pretty consolidating from now. So anyway, guys, thank you everyone for joining up. I'll wind up this session right now. So I don't think anyone have any doubt about anything. So thank you everyone for joining. Thank you so much. So we'll have further discussion. I will be continuing the pre-market sessions from tomorrow onwards. We had a technical glitch issue on the previous days, So we will continue the pre-market analysis, and we will happily start focusing on Livex capital as well. So we'll have a trade entries, we'll plan entries on Livex as well. So there we can live trade and everything. So Indian market, the guidelines and regulations are not letting us do the live market, our live entries and all, but Livex we can at least try. So we will properly plan that. So thank you everyone, thank you so much for joining.